There's something in you that doesn't rest, even on the good days. Even when things are working out, you feel it, that edge, that quiet voice in the back of your mind whispering, you can do more, you can be more. It's not about being dissatisfied. It's not about never feeling proud. It's about refusing to stay the same. The best of the best, they don't settle. They don't clock out mentally just because they had one win. They build on it. They use it as proof that growth is real. And they chase what's next with even more intensity. Because deep down, they know. The moment you stop trying to get better, you start falling behind. And maybe you felt it. That inner pull when you look around and think, I'm not where I want to be yet. That's not weakness, that's hunger. That's the part of you that knows you're capable of more. The part that doesn't compare itself to others, but compares today's you to yesterday's. And that's the real game. Not being better than someone else, but being better than you were last month, last week, yesterday, this morning. Because excellence isn't a finish line. It's a mindset. It's the decision to keep sharpening your craft, to keep asking more of yourself, to stay curious, to stay humble, to stay obsessed with improvement. So no, this isn't about ego. This isn't about proving anything to the world. It's about proving it to you, that you're not here to stay average, that your ceiling is way higher than where you're standing, that you're not finished. And the truth is, if you really want to be the best, you have to fall in love with the climb, not the attention, not the trophies, not the comfort, the grind. Because greatness, it doesn't show up by accident. It shows up when you stop waiting and start working. Everybody wants to be great until they see what it costs. They want the spotlight, but not the hours behind the scenes. They want the outcome, but not the process. They want the title, but not the grind it takes to earn it. That's where the line is drawn, right there, between those who want it and those who commit to it. Because being the best at what you do, it's not a hobby. It's not a weekend goal. It's a lifestyle. It means giving up things others won't. It means showing up when nobody's watching. It means sacrificing comfort over and over and over again. You want to rise above average? Then you have to stop living like everyone else. That means training when you're tired, studying when you're bored, working while others celebrate. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. The best in the world didn't stumble into excellence. They built it, one disciplined decision at a time, when it wasn't fun, when it wasn't convenient, when nobody believed in them yet. They kept going, not because they had to, because they chose to. That's what separates the elite. They don't wait for motivation. They act on discipline. They don't make excuses. They make progress. And most of all, they're obsessed with getting better, not for applause, but because they know the real competition is internal. They compete with yesterday. They attack their weaknesses. They don't fear the grind. They respect it because they understand. If you want to do something exceptional, you have to live in a way most people never will. So ask yourself, are you willing to pay that price? Are you ready to stay locked in when everyone else is distracted? Because you can't have elite results on average effort. You want to be the best? It's time to live like it. No shortcuts, no delays, no excuses. It's easy to talk about wanting to be great when everything is going your way, when the wins are stacking, when people are clapping, when momentum feels like it's on your side. But what about when it's not? What about when you're exhausted and nothing seems to click? When the hours feel heavy and the progress feels invisible? That's when most people fold. That's when they start looking for the exit. That's when they decide, maybe I'm not built for this. But that's the moment, right there, where growth is asking you a question. Who are you when it's not easy? Because the truth is, this climb isn't clean. It's messy. It's brutal. It'll break your confidence, test your patience, and stretch every belief you had about yourself. But that's the point. You don't just chase greatness for the achievements. You chase it for who you become in the process. You become sharper, more focused, more resilient, more dangerous in the best way. Because every rep you don't skip, every hour you put in, every setback you bounce back from, it's building you. You start to realize you're not just chasing a goal anymore. You're building a standard, a way of life. And once you taste that level of focus, once you see what happens when you refuse to back down, you'll never want to go back to average again. You become addicted to the progress. You start to crave the challenge. Not because you enjoy the pain, but because you understand what the pain creates. It creates power. It creates grit. It creates identity. And suddenly the grind doesn't just become something you do, it becomes who you are. So the next time you hit a wall, the next time you feel like backing off, ask yourself, what would the best version of me do right now? Then do that, no matter how it feels, no matter who's watching. That's how champions are built. This world doesn't hand out greatness, it demands it. And it only gives it to those who are willing to take it. Those who put in the work when no one's watching, those who sharpen themselves day after day, while everyone else is getting comfortable. Because make no mistake, the ones who rise, the ones who leave their mark, they're not lucky, they're relentless. And that's what this is about. Not chasing some perfect moment, not waiting for the world to crown you, but deciding right now that you're going to give everything you've got to become the version of you that this world hasn't even seen yet. The one that's locked behind your discipline, behind your commitment, behind every choice you make when nobody's around to clap for you. You want to be the best? Then earn it. Not once, not in one season, every single day. It's in the early mornings, the late nights, the times you want to quit, but don't. The days when the motivation is gone, but your mission still shows up. That's the difference. Because anybody can be motivated for a day. Anybody can grind when it's convenient. But the ones who really rise, they build it into their identity. I'm not just trying to improve. I'm committed to it. I'm not just trying to win. I'm becoming someone who can't lose. This is your standard now. You don't go halfway. You don't coast. You decide to train like it matters, to study like it's urgent, to show up like you're on a mission, because you are. So the next time you feel that voice inside, the one telling you to push, the one reminding you there's another level, listen to it. That's your greatness calling. That's your edge. Don't silence it, fuel it. Because if you want to be the best, it starts with this. Never stop wanting more from yourself, not because you're not enough, but because you're not done yet.